Girl, you should wear a name tag. Girl, you should wear a name tag. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Whoa. Let's go. Summer's gone, I'm latching on. Don't even know your name, but you're still in my head. Underneath rays of gold, your body, you're so close. No, I can't forget, no.
Hi guys! Oh my gosh, welcome back to my channel. I'm so excited for today. If you're wondering what I'm wearing, this is my bathing suit because today's video is going to be my summertime my go-to summertime look. I'm going to be doing my simple summer go-to. This is like when I have a barbecue, when I'm just going to hang out by the pool with friends, like anything simple like that. This is what it's gonna be. It's super easy. Guys, it takes like the most minimal amount of products, and that's what I like, is something that I'm not having like 8 million things on my face. I don't want to look cakey. I want to look good. I want people to be like, hey, damn girl, like you look freaking bomb. But when they ask, I'm gonna be like, 5 products, 4 products, 2 things, that's it. Super simple. So if you want to know how I do my simple summer face look makeup, just keep on watching. This is gonna be super simple and easy. Like when I tell you guys simple and easy, simple and easy. So I've already moisturized, and I already did put on a little extra sunscreen because that's important during summertime. We want to really make sure our skin is protected. I know being tan is all the craze, but it's really important that we take care of our skin because skin cancer is a real thing and the sun is bright and damaging. So I already put, I used the Belief Moisturizing Eye Balm for my eyes, under my eyes. I know an eye cream isn't necessary for everybody, but I do tend to pull more dry underneath my eyes. Things fall into the creases a lot, so I like to keep my under eye very hydrated. And then for the rest of my face, I use the Belief the True Cream Aqua Balm. This is what this guy looks like. I love him. He's awesome. Awesome. This guy's great too. Both really, really great products. So I did moisturize with that. I put some sunscreen on. Like I said, it's just a Neutrogena face one that I use. And then the foundation we're going to be using today is the Urban Decay Naked Skin. This is the One and Done Complexion Perfector, and this actually has SPF in it as well, SPF 20. So that's why I love this guy for summertime. This is in the shade, excuse me, medium light. I don't know if it doesn't really have a sunscreeny smell. I literally, to mix it up, I go like this with the tube. Like I just run it around a zillion times in the tube. I'm not going to prime my face today because I don't really want to be, I already know I'm going to be glowy because I'm going to be outside. So I'm not going to put any extra primer on. I'm just going to skip that step today. I'm already very moisturized. So I'm going to go right in with this guy on my face. I'm going to be using, I'm not using a beauty blender today. I'm going to be using my Morphe JH03. I believe this is comparable to the Morphe, the buffer. You guys know what I'm talking about. If you apply your foundation with brushes, you know what I'm talking about. If you feel like I'm looking here a lot, it's because I did get a new camera. Not the most tech savvy person in the world, but my camera now has a viewfinder and it's the best thing in the whole entire world. I don't know why I didn't invest in one sooner with that, but I'm just gonna take about 2.5 pumps on the back of my hand. And as you can see, this guy is not super thick, more so liquidy, which is good. I don't want to put something super thick. I don't want to be putting something super thick on my face. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my finger and I'm just going to dabble in this, and I'm just going to dot this guy around. If you see the pimples on my face, ignore them because Oscar, quit! Just trying to get at one of my eyelash cases. Yeah, Mother Nature was not my friend. Is still not my friend. So I'm just gonna dot like that much. I know I have a lot left over on my hand, but I just like to make sure I can build it up to what I'm feeling that day. So I've dotted a few dots around my face. I'm gonna take my brush and I'm just going to start buffing it in the skin. Really working that through. And this is not going to be something like super full coverage, you guys. Like, that is not what our focus is, or what my focus is during summer when I'm going to like a pool party or barbecue type thing. Also on my forehead, I don't really need the most coverage up there. My forehead is not a problem area for me, so I can leave that as is. I'll just make sure to really buff into the skin up there. Okay, so after I do one layer, you can see my face looks good, evened out, all of that. But where I have my problem area down here, I want to add a little bit more coverage. So I'm going to go back in with my finger, dotting just around this area. Lower part, and then I'm also going to make sure I get some on my neck because we don't want to be mismatchy, honey. So buff that down here, and then this time around I'll go in with the brush and I'll dab. Really making sure it got to my problem areas. Voila! And that was the 2.5 pumps on the back of my hand, all gone. But yeah, as you can see, let's zoom you guys in a little bit. As you can see, I just added a little bit more coverage down here. I don't mind if you can still see my blemishes peeking through. I'm not trying to look like a cake face, but I do want them to be disguised a little bit. So it did do a really good job of that as well, but still lets my freckles right here peek through and my natural skin peek through, which is what I wanted. Let's zoom you guys out. Okay, so next we're gonna move on to concealer. I don't want to do a lot of concealer. The concealer I'm going to use today is one I wouldn't normally use for every day. It is the lightest coverage concealer I have. My go-tos is the Tarte Shape Tape and the Jouer Essential High Coverage Concealer. But those are a little bit too heavy for the look I'm going for today. So I'm going to use the Morphe Concealer. This is in C1.55. This doesn't, I wasn't fond of this when I tried it because it doesn't have good coverage, but since I'm just going to be like hanging around and I'm going for a very light, simple look, this will be perfect because it's not going to make me look super cakey underneath the eyes when I don't have that to match the skin, if that makes sense. So I'm just going to put a tad bit under there. I still am not a fan of the formula of this. It still smells really alcohol-y, but it does do an okay job. And I'm going to take a little smaller brush. I don't know if you can see, this guy is a little domey one. I like to use him for concealer. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take him and I'm just going to start dabbing under the eyes. Carry him a little bit on top. As you can see, it's not the best coverage, but it gives me a little bit underneath the eyes, and I don't want to do too much. Which is why a lighter concealer is perfect for stuff like this. Because on me, you know, everybody's different, but on me, I can tend to look concealer, if it's not matched with a full face, can tend to look really cakey under my eyes. So I like to, when I'm going with a very simple look and not a lot of coverage on the skin, I like to pair it with a concealer that doesn't have a lot of coverage to match. That way I don't look like a freak. Because I don't know if you've ever seen, and we've all been there before, where we have like no face makeup on, but like a stark under eye, like a stark crusty under eye from when we put concealer on but no foundation to match it, like a high coverage concealer but no foundation to match it. So yeah, I just like to add a little something underneath the eyes. Doesn't give me great coverage, but it's okay for what we're going for. Okay, so I'm going to continue with this same brush, and I'm going to pick up a little bit of, this is MAC Studio Fix powder in NC25. I've hit pan on this guy, as you can tell. But what I'm going to do with this brush is I'm just going to hit the points where I would typically maybe crease a little bit or get a little greasy. I like to be dewy in the summertime. I like to be very fresh and natural. So I'm just going to add this in the places where I would tend to look cakey after a little while, build up a lot of crustiness that can happen when I'm like sweating and all of that. So I'll take some on the brush and just dab this in the places that would happen. So for me, that's around the mouth, the corners of the nose, right here on my chin, like this little crease gets that often. Don't know why. And then I'll run on top of the eyes. My fiance is watching Home Alone. And then lightly underneath the eyes. Not too much because we don't want to get cakey under there. Just lightly. Like so. Okay, moving on. I don't really like to bronze a whole lot. I don't really like to add that many layers on my face when I'm doing something like this. So what I'm going to do is just take a blush. I'm going to use the Note, this is in the shade Desert Rose Note Blush. This guy. It's an 05 Desert Rose. I'm going to take this is just a Morphe angled brush, dip into there. This guy's really pigmented, so if you have it, fair warning. And then I just smile on the apples in my cheeks. It's gonna look super harsh on camera because this color gets this crazy pigmented. But what I'll do after that is I'll take a clean brush. This is just a fluffy brush, and I'll just run over it. This brush has no product, nothing on it. You can see the difference now from blending it out. Like I said, I don't like to be too bronze. But if I'm feeling like a little flat or I need to add something, I'll just take the Hoola Light bronzer. It's a really, really, really light, very light guy for my skin tone, but it just adds a little bit of something for me. And I'll just hit him on the temples and the cheeks just to blend everything together, like so. I am not going to add any highlight because I don't want to add anything artificial. I want my skin to just kind of glow as is. So now I'll move on to brows. I'm not going to do anything crazy. I'm just going to take my Benefit 3D Brow Tones. This is in the shade 4. And I'm just going to run this guy through the brows, and that's it. I'm going to leave them natural as is. Like so. Okay. And then the last step is I'm going to curl my lashes and put some mascara on. And this is just the Essence Princess Lash False Lash Effect Mascara. I like this guy, actually. My dog has to be chewing on something on an annoying bag. Okay. And then I won't use a lipstick, but what I'll do is just put on some chapstick. And that is it. That is my simple daytime barbecue, hanging out by the pool, hanging out with friends look. Very simple, very easy. I'm quickly going to show you guys how you could amp it up for nighttime. My go-to simple lash. These are the Kiss Next Gen Wispy Blowout Lash. They look like this. Very minimal. So if you want to add a little bit extra, lashes really do the trick. If you're a beginner, these lashes are so easy to work with because the lash band is so thin. They're very, very, very lightweight and flexible. So they're gonna feel a lot less heavy on the eye. I'm gonna pop him on. Okay, so adding a little bit of lashes. a little bit of lashes, and a little bit of, add a little maybe lipstick, and you are good to go. So you could do this for nighttime, no lashes for daytime, whatever you feel like. If you want to put lashes on in the daytime, do it. It adds a little extra, but yeah, that's my simple go-to look for summertime. I wear this look mainly every time I have to go somewhere. Obviously, if it's like a bigger party, more fancy party, I get a little more poppin', but for everyday wear or just hanging out with friends, this is my go-to look. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like and subscribe so you never miss a video with me again. I love you all so much, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!